What about bringing the two teams together? Of course, OCBC is the home team. I think they were, in a sense, the smaller team, so they've been, I think some of them have been somewhat pushed aside in that sense. I mean, how have you been able to bring them together?
I think what's important is that they see that the clients will benefit from the additional products that they're able to. First is that sense of being able to offer your clients more. The second is that everyone realizes that you need scale as far as this business is concerned. It's not, you can't really be a small private bank and survive. You cannot survive. There's really scale is needed to be able to offer your clients all the range of services. So that's the other, in terms of driving the integration is that you need to be able to drive scale into the business, that you'll be able to offer more for your clients and at the right price, so that you can execute better and then make your clients happier. And then the other is also what's important is that we are able to use really cross-sell now because of the bigger client base, because of knowledge of what we never used to do in ING Asia Private Bank. We're able to also provide additional that we come from the OCBC commercial and retail banking. So cross-selling of mortgage products, that's quite important. Cross-selling of commercial property lending, cross-selling of trade facilities to our clients. That's become very important for.
So how have the OCBC's private banking staff been able to adapt to, I guess, the larger portfolio and the sort of stronger private banking culture? What kind of changes do they have to make to sort of keep up?
I guess it's more of we need to have continuous training. Everyone needs to be able to provide continuous training as far as so it's I think they will be. I think what we need, what also important is that you have in terms of lead, because what we have is a strong leadership in place. So I'm quite proud that we have a strong leadership in place, that they will be able to coach, they'll be able to guide, they will be able to help, assist the private bankers, become successful private bankers. So that's quite important. So our leadership has it's been in place, from ING to Bank of Singapore. So the leadership is pretty much established. So that leadership is that is able to bring up anyone either from the ex-ING or from OCBC, bring them up into knowing the different products. Also, we use a lot of investment counselors to assist the training and faster education of RMs, relationship managers. So that's quite important also.
I guess on the other side of it is that OCBC has its large branch network, both in Singapore and Malaysia and in Indonesia.
That's right.
You, on your side, I guess, need to get used to the idea of having access to branches all over the place. Something that not that many private banks really have. I guess.
That's right. That's right.
We're talking now about HSBC, Citi, Stanchart. Some of these banks have the private banks attached to them, so you get this opportunity to distribute like that. I mean, how have you needed to adapt to that? Because I think you need to start, in a sense, thinking like a retail banker while having, of course, the private banking hat.
I think it's the value chain, basic proposition to a client. I think it's important that you define, what is the premier banking and what is private banking, what kind of product offering, from premier to private, from consumer, premier, private. I think that's important to identify that, and then be able to work closely in terms of being able to bring the clients towards as the clients gain more wealth and as the client expects more services, demands more services, then you have to bring him up to the private banking offering of the. So we just what is important. It complements actually the existing premier banking of OCBC.
How far along are you?
So we work closely with the what you call consumer division of OCBC. Is a close working together.
How far along are you in sort of implementing the types of mechanisms that you need to sort of get the cross-sell to be where you want it to be. I think you need to build certain processes before.
Yeah, I think
that really starts to happen.
All the arrangements are in place. I think in terms of in terms of being able to identify what clients are going to be served by what by the Premier, what clients are going to be served by the private bank, and how we will move clients from the different parts of the business. I think it's, let's say, the understanding and agreement in terms of compensating one for being able to help you generate your business. So we have already established that framework, in terms of compensation, in terms of agreement, in terms of training.
And that's been within OCBC in terms of its wealth management division. And that, so have you carried that over as well now into the private bank?
What do you mean? The private bank and what they call consumer.
Yeah, the referral
the framework was being signed with the retail bank by the private bank. So we work closely with the retail bank.
I've heard that Bank of Singapore is not licensed to use the name in I guess in parts of the Middle East and in the UK, and it's under the name of OCBC in those markets. Is that
no.
Have you been able to work around that? Or?
Yeah, we've our rep office in Dubai is now Bank of Singapore rep office. So Middle East, we're represented by Bank of Singapore rep office.
How about in the UK as well?
In the UK, we have always operated in OCBC branch. So I think it's more of what you can do in the UK. So it depends on but we always also used to work with even as ING private bank, we were working in the ING branch.
In terms of cross-sell ratios, where are you now, and where do you think you can get to?
That's pretty early days, So we cannot give you all the statistics, but we have key performance targets in place in terms of cross-selling. So we still have to, this is just pretty much a early stage to be able to give you any meaningful data about that.
Well, you're a young bank, so
yeah, that's right.
Good luck going forward and building up your franchise.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for talking to me.